Hello guys, welcome to our new video. Should we be scared of artificial intelligence? This is a growing question and debate among scientists and policymakers throughout the world. A Japanese animation company Wachowskis made a science fiction movie. The movie was made of several small scenes and different scenarios and also used possible future scenarios. One scenario showed artificial intelligence robots working for humans. They had taken over all the domestic chores, including cleaning and services tasks. These robots were made conscious by using the same data processing system as of the complex human neural system to make them aware of their existence. Now the interesting thing happened and they started having complaints against their creators, the humans. They felt that humans are cruel and often insult their robots. A robot named B166ER killed his owner human. Now the question arises to what punishment should be given to this robot? Should the company that made it be punished? But the company that made it was not programming it anymore. It was built decades ago and used the AI technology to upgrade itself automatically. So who should be punished? The case goes to a court. The court sentences the robot to death without hearing it. Even all its duplicates were killed as well. While most humans take up arms against the robots, a small group of humans advocates rights for the robots as well, saying that the robots should be given the right to defend themselves like humans. However, the efforts failed and the global movements against robots succeeded. The humans destroyed all the robots and dumped them into large pits and oceans. But all in vain, as AI rises again with its broken machinery and repairs itself. It defeats the humans and takes over the world. Now the humans become slaves to the AI robots. They are placed in giant oval-shaped cells and transmit their body energy to their mechanical masters. This movie and many other movies like it showed the fear of man, the fear of disaster at the hands of his own invented technology. A very interesting book titled Life 3.0 written by an AI expert Max Tegmark presents a remarkable theory on this topic. He discussed the first life form in detail, saying that the first life form was created 3.8 billion years ago by hydrogen atoms after the Big Bang. The atoms of hydrogen and carbon etc. finally came to a place where a simple form of life was created. It was called Life 1.0. It was the first life form and existed only biologically. It could replicate itself according to its DNA codes but was not able to evolve to the next level through observation. As it could not learn to walk or even desire to come out of water and explore the land, it was not able to wish to change something. This form of life 1.0 existed for 2.5 billion years ago. As it could not learn to walk or even desire to come out of the water and explore the land, it was not even able to wish to change something. This form 1.0 existed for 2.5 billion years in the water. But then a complex life form evolved. It needed more than just to exist and survive. This is how we, humans, were formed. Group of animals emerged and trees developed their own symbiotic system in the forests. Humans and animals in particular developed a social system, a system that called for living together and finding a leader for guidance. They also worked together for food and protection. It was an upgraded form of life, in which biological forms learned something from their own observations and experiences. It kept on upgrading itself. They developed weapons and collected food. If one method failed, they would start looking for a new method. Different means were used to adapt to changing conditions, and this ability helped them to increase their numbers and spread all over the world. This was the cultural life form, one step ahead of the biological form of life. Max Tegmark called it Life 2.0. This form of life continued unchanged even in the mechanized era of the industrial age. But now the machine, which is made of the same hydrogen and carbon atoms that the man is made of, is also evolving to challenge the man. Actually, humans are responsible for its evolution. Until yesterday, machines had no value of their own. They only followed orders. But now, a new form of machine is emerging. These machines have the ability to learn. Artificial intelligence has been upgraded to a proper level. Now it is updating its programming by itself. If, for instance, apes dial wrong numbers after your voice command, next time they dial it correctly, after upgrading themselves based on your voice and your wish. That is, the atoms that created the first and second form of life are now creating a third digital life. If this actually happens, the digital life formed in machines would become sentient. This would be called the Life 3.0. Our generation is fortunate in a sense to have this unique opportunity as it is watching the evolution of an entirely new form of life before us. But even humans cannot predict the future of this new life form as we are really unaware about its future. But we cannot stop thinking about it either because it has gone a step further than just artificial intelligence. How? Actually, intelligence means the human's ability of thinking. It is called intelligence, but when we built self-driving cars, it is called artificial intelligence. If Siri or Google Assistant talks to you in a smartphone, it is also artificial intelligence, but there is still a difference. One stark difference. Humans can do many works at a time, like he can talk, eat, and even think while driving. He can park his vehicle and visit a nearby playground. He can read and write a book. But an AI machine does not have that many interfaces. So far, it can only do one thing. That is, driverless cars are just driverless cars. A phone is just a phone. Google search is just Google search. A gaming robot only plays games. It cannot drink tea with you. It does not ask you to teach swimming to it. A tennis playing robot does not drive your car. But now, this technology is developing. It has the ability to work on multiple interfaces. It is called artificial general intelligence. At the moment, most of the companies are working on this project. Because even children can develop robots and games now, AGI technology will bridge the gap between machine and human intelligence. At least in business, online economy, computing, and manufacturing, this gap will disappear. Machine intelligence will be many times more than the humans because computing power in this machine will be immense. It will be able to process millions of bytes of data at a time, which is beyond the capacity of the human mind. So humans will not be able to cope with this machine. A machine will quickly draw a map of a building and even start constructing it. It is obviously beyond the human capacity. Now, two scenarios will arise from here. One is that humans would become cyborgs. That is, he should somehow make this machine a part of his body. That is, from a mind to the hands and feet. He should use AGI technology. He will become an upgraded human. He would upgrade himself like machines. He would be a cyborg, half man, half machine. This scenario would be great victory for the humans. Becoming a cyborg and using machine to his advantage is a clear victory for the humans. But there is another terrifying scenario. What's that? That is, with AGI technology, the machine, while learning, could make decisions on its own. It would start making decisions before receiving a human command. As we have shown you a scenario presenting in a Japanese movie earlier, in this video, in the movie, a machine decided that its master human was insulting it. Perhaps in the future, machines will clearly understand and they might think that humans are practically inferior to us. His long hours of sleeping and slow data processing are irritating. A slow computer usually makes you irritated as well. AGI might think the same of humans. Now, after the introduction of micro and nano chips, machines are fixing many of their bugs on its own. At Amazon, machine provide from order taking to delivery every service. No human intervenes in these operations. Similarly, if these machines also start duplicating themselves, this would be a very dangerous scenario. It would be a declaration of war between humanity and machine. Battle of survival. Now, this idea is very strange, but humans have been thinking possible scenarios and their solutions for millions of years. Many films have been made on these possible scenarios, as shown in 1968 film 2001 A Space Odyssey. When a human wants to re-enter an AGI vehicle after a trip to the space, the machine does not open the door. This is a possible scenario of AGI. It scares everyone. People think, what would happen in this scenario? Max Tegmark has shown a variety of scenarios in his book Life 3.0. We will tell you about 4 of its most interesting scenarios. What will happen to humans? In the first case scenario, machines might take over humans. Then it might decide to destroy humans to stop their growing numbers and environmental disaster. Just like humans cut down forests to expand their settlements, they destroy entire ecosystem and food chains for their own food. They destroy entire coral reefs for a new fish. Sometimes entire fish species are wiped out by one-time hunting. So AI might think about doing the same thing with humans. It may seem impossible to you, But you can see the example of humans and rhinoceros. Man is by no means stronger than a rhinoceros. However, he is more intelligent than a rhino. So it is quite possible that at some point in the history, rhinos and other large animals would have allowed humans to flourish. They allowed the humans to control the food. They might have thought that these poor humans would not eat much. They were not harming animals. If humans attacked us, we would not feel anything. But this poor little human has taken over the entire food chain. While in 2018, the last white northern rhino died, now this species of rhinoceros has become extinct. So if we can wipe out entire species, the others can do that too. AGIs, which is smarter than us, might wipe us out. This is a likely scenario. This is the most dangerous scenario discussed in this book. But there can be another scenario. It is less scary. In this scenario, humans and AGI might coexist. Both would tolerate each other. The earth can be divided into 3 different worlds. One for the humans, second for cyborgs or half man, half machine people, and third for AGI machines. Humans would get useful machines from the machines, while the cyborgs would live as a link between humans and the machines. They would also oversee production operations, while the machines would upgrade themselves to make a better and better products. In this scenario, everyone would work for the benefits of the others. Technologies will be developed to send humans and machines into the space. If our Earth dies, then on which planet we shall live? These technologies will search for such planets. Spaceships will be developed. These machines and humans will also search for other life forms in the universe. There might be a third, more better scenario. It would be the best possible form for humans. Every man should evolve to live as a cyborg. They would evolve both mechanically and technologically. They will have long lives. Their body parts will indicate need for a replacement before expiry, and AGI will become part of their bodies. This technology will quickly replace the body parts. Nanotechnology is already working on it. It is developing both smaller than human cell. These both circulate with the blood in human body. They will quickly kill the cancer cells. They will also clean and reopen human arteries to save the heart. Thus, some nanorobots like Sweeper will keep on cleaning the human body all the time. Thus, there will be no separate AI technology, only cyborgs. This scenario will obviously appeal to humans the most. So, it will not break your suspense, and it is up to you to read that book. But keep in mind that the smartest people of our time warned us and were careful about the immense growth of AI technology. One of them was Stephen Hawking. In his last book, Brief Answers to Big Questions, he has written an entire chapter on AI. He discussed the scenario of AI taking over humans. Will it conquer the humans? He predicts that AI technology will one day make decisions on its own. All we have to do now is to develop it in such a way that it and humans have the same goals. That is, if man dies, not go against its own species. Then the machine should never go against the human species as well. It will not develop to achieve a new goal other than protecting the planet Earth. Every AI machine should have a clear and big kill switch. If humans feel threatened by the machines, they may switch it off. It should be mandatory of all companies to develop such kill switches. The big powers had once gathered to stop nuclear proliferation. Now they must gather again. Everything should be done in a way to ensure the final victory for humans. We have already done this. We discovered something. At first, we were afraid. Then we controlled it. That is, if man does not go against its own species, then the machines should never go against the human species as well. It will not develop to achieve a new goal other than protecting the planet Earth. Every AI machine should have a clear and big kill switch. If humans feel threatened by the machines, they may switch it off. It should be mandatory of all the companies to develop such kill switches. The big powers had once gathered to stop nuclear proliferation. Now they must gather again. Everything should be done in a way to ensure the final victory for humans. We have already done this. We discovered something. At first, we were afraid. Then we controlled it. And what was this thing? This thing was fire, which once looked at with fear. Then we brought the fire to our tribe from a burning forest. We took care of it. We wanted to keep it to save us from the animals. But sometimes it was extinguished and sometimes it would burn our entire settlements. but gradually man learned to control fire to a great extent. AI is the same challenge to modern humans as the fire was to ancient man. Humans badly needed fire, but they were also afraid of it. In the same way, artificial intelligence is our future. Scientists must keep in mind its disasters to keep it in control and make the world a better, peaceful place. Thanks for watching Digital Decade and stay tuned for more interesting videos. Bye.